Ghana girl, ask them about ginger. We Ghana girls hate gingers a lot. They're not gonna beat you. My mom will not beat you.
What is ginger? Ginger
They're
sounds
gonna blend
very.
the ginger. They're gonna put it in you. They're not.
You make me they feel it bust my brain.
Yo, what's good? We back again, season 2, episode 7.
Yeah, episode 7.
Episode 7, right? Am I right?
Yeah,
Am I right?
episode 7. Lock in.
Yeah.
Episode 7.
Episode 7. I forgot, but we just can't catch up with this episode anymore. But But yeah, man, it's been a great season. I think this season we came in hard, bro. For sure. We came in hard this season from the jump.
I'm telling you, bro.
We brought a lot of attention. We appreciate y'all, for tuning in and everything. Man, I appreciate the love, man.
For real.
I'm only checking the YouTube views and everything. I know the Apple Podcasts and everything, it's going up too. I don't want to check it till after the season is over. So, to know the progress. And we're just going to have a video, let y'all know, oh, yeah, what's going on and everything, what's next for the next season. But, yeah, appreciate y'all. So, today we got some guests on here. See, I know y'all see us with our attire.
If you're watching on YouTube, represent, you can see the outfit.
Today's gonna be a different type of episode. You're gonna know us better and everything. I got cultural attire. I mean, some of you probably gonna think it's not cultural, but that's a new type of drip right here. Get hit, man. Get hit already. But alright, man, just introduce yourselves.
My name is Justin Chief. My name is Justin DeRue. I seen the good work they was doing, so I just came in, get a voice with my people. So
Right. What you getting into, bro? What's about you? Let people know.
Man, I love sports.
Love sports?
I'm a sports guy.
Right.
Particularly football, though. Got passion for football. Family oriented. Like spending time with my family. God first, of course. And then how can we forget, the food, the culture, you understand? The music, you feel me? So, yeah, that's me. Easy going.
Right. Yeah, that's my boy, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
How about you?
I'm Faustina. I go by Tina for short, from Ghana. I'm a model and also a little bit of a chef. Not a chef, but
chef.
Yeah, I do.
The chef in the building.
And stuff like that. So, yeah.
So just came to my mind now.
We got a chef.
See, the Jordan Podcast, we just found our personal chef right here.
This is the first time you asked, man.
So you gotta put it out there.
Yeah, that's serious.
Put it on the spot, we just put it on the spot. But yeah, it's our personal chef now. Appreciate it.
Don't mind him.
Yeah, oh my God.
Go on.
Yeah, go on. You done?
I'm done.
Alright. But yeah, I was last
do
week.
a weekly update.
I was last week.
Man, let's say last week was okay. It was cool. What did I even do last week stuff?
Alright.
I just chilled, worked, went to the gym. That's about it, Nothing crazy for real.
Right. How about you?
It was all about work. I went to work and then I hang around with my homeboys and stuff like that. We got a little bit tipsy and stuff, so.
Oh yeah, I saw them videos.
Oops.
Videos.
That's bad. I'm sorry.
It's cool.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
But yeah,
my week been good, Emotionally, I'm good. Physically, I'm good. Mentally, I'm good. My spirit, I'm good. I'm just, been working out. I've been trying to be consistent as I always do.
Yep,
it's key. Yeah.
Right. Same, man. Get on that working out tip and everything. You know how it is, but last week was a different week for me. I think it was the first week I really let loose, bro.
I enjoyed yourself?
Yes, bro, it felt great.
I won't let you get now.
I didn't.
You gotta enjoy it.
I didn't think, bro, I wasn't thinking of the podcast. I wasn't thinking podcast is not a stress. I love the podcast. I wasn't thinking of school. I was thinking about having fun the whole time. My mind wasn't thinking of, oh yeah, this, that.
Right.
It was only one time my mom thought of a business.
Yeah, yeah.
Like normally he's always thinking of that shit every day.
Mm-hmm.
It was only one time, and like I went on a roller coaster for the first time in my
first
life.
time
in his life.
Bro, I'm addicted to that, bro.
That's how it was when I
am
fun too.
Bro, I am addicted
Adrenaline.
to.
You
Oh
just-
my god, the falling, bro.
I get
But I
this
haven't been in a
feeling.
The
minute.
falling, bro. It's like, yo, just
It's
It's like heaven come down.
The fall, like you can ask him, bro. I was laughing. There was scream. I was laughing the whole time, bro. I was laughing and smiling. Like in all the pictures, they caught my face smiling.
That's tough though. I haven't been on a roller coaster in like.
But yeah, like and like towards Saturday after we came back, it's like I just sat down and thought, man, like bro. Like normally I always think like I'm not doing enough for myself. Like normally I always think that like yo, you gotta do more stuff. You can like I feel like if I'm idle for 20 minutes, I feel like I'm not doing.
It be like that.
Productive.
It be like that.
Yeah, like just for like 20 minutes. So I'm like, I just sit there like, yo, I just look around like, bro, you're doing a lot for yourself than most people are. And
Right.
you're not doing the same thing most people are. Like, you gotta relax. Like
Yeah.
this.
Yeah. Sometimes
Like, like I was just smiling and just proud of myself. Like, yeah, bro, you doing that. Like,
Yeah.
be proud of yourself.
Yeah. Be like, I had that same moment at work yesterday. Working 9 to 5, right? You just zone out, and then you just start like thinking about like the things you want to accomplish and things you want to do, and then you backtrack, and then you actually start being more grateful for the things you actually accomplished.
Right,
You know what I
right.
mean? Meanwhile, so yeah, having those moments are good. I haven't had fun in a minute though. I ain't gonna lie. I need
Yeah, bro.
to gyrate some more.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no. Roller
yeah.
coasters.
Yeah, bro.
There's some people that enjoy it and people that
Hate
yeah,
it.
we're one of them.
Yeah.
I hate
We
it.
enjoy. You hate it?
I don't like heights.
It's,
Bro,
it's
the
exciting. It's
The
just
best
you're
one
missing out.
was the drop.
The drop when they keep you in the air for so long, and then
yes. It's
Yeah.
like your whole blood, your heart is going to your
that's
head.
the best one though.
And then you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it just felt good.
It's like
I
it keeps-
it's-
wanted to go again.
That
bro.
one-
I wanted to go again, bro. Y'all should get on the Intimidator, bro. The Intimidator
At King's
in
Dominion.
King's Dominion, bro. That just went
Yeah.
up the suspense, bro. It just came
Down.
down.
Cause you go like fast, like, and then it
Oh,
just tempo,
It's fast.
and then
It's like,
Bro.
from down, it's not slowing down anymore. It went down.
And
you
that
said
feeling-
twisted.
right.
Like, if your head is not on the chair, your head was like this. You just hit it everywhere,
Yeah.
like it was twisting, like
Oh,
crazy.
goodness.
Crazy was unexpected. It was funny.
And every time you're going down, you can always feel your body getting lighter. Like
Oh, that,
that
like
feeling
you're
is
flying.
crazy.
So would you guys go
It's
like
exciting.
skydiving?
yes,
Yes,
bro.
that's
We're
one
already
thing on my
planning
bucket
next
list.
year, bro.
That's
next
crazy.
thing on my bucket
Next
list.
year, bro, we are
These people are
going.
dangerous, man. People are dangerous, man.
living on the edge.
Bro, skydiving. I mean,
Get
Bro,
like
I'm already gathering people that want to come next year, bro. We up. I don't.
I'm there.
Like,
Skydiving is crazy,
like,
bro.
bro. I don't
You don't really
train
like
first.
activities like that. Adrenaline.
I mean,
it's just
roller coaster's cool, but skydiving, bro, like, I be thinking the worst thing that could happen, bro. That's
Yeah.
just like, if
I
I'm in
feel
the
like,
air like
I
that,
feel like
bro.
doing it with your boys, it's gonna be different.
That's
like,
true.
gravity
That's
and just falling from the sky. I just,
Like,
I want to experience.
When that happens, bro, I'm gonna be having conversations like, like, yo, what's good,
No, that's a
bro?
lie. You're gonna be like, Jesus.
Yeah, yeah, in the moment you
Bro, what, didn't everybody say that about the roller coasters too?
People,
I was-
no,
bro,
but
That's a
skydiving
roller
is
coaster,
different.
right? Once you get to that edge, and you look down,
Yeah, and then when you exactly because
Feel me?
you be getting cold feet a little bit, but then it's
Yeah.
like
You can't let it. You just gotta jump.
you gotta jump.
but someone gonna be on your back though, right? So
So parachute.
parachute, so
Just imagine a parachute don't.
Go for
before you-
You know people actually survive that. Like if the parachute failed.
Parachute don't work.
See, that's what I'm
It's
thinking.
definitely
What if the parachute don't work?
Just pray to God, God forgive me of my sins.
At that moment,
You're gone.
you know, and
All
then
right, man. Let's get into it.
Yeah.
So like you know, we all come from, I want to say different backgrounds. Is it different backgrounds? Something
Let's
like
say-
that.
It's kind of different, but it's not all that different.
All that
because
different.
Yeah.
Nigeria and Ghana, we have like similar, like maybe
Yeah.
like a little bit similar and stuff like that. So it's not all that different.
Right, but at the same time, it's still some things like I'm Yoruba. He's not fully Yoruba. You're not Yoruba.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you're Igbo, right?
Yeah.
You're
I'm a quiet one.
Like, why you going? Nice.
And
Nice.
she's Ghanaian, I'm
Ghanaian.
Yoruba. So it's like we have different cultures. Like, what's some things in our, like, just giving them the basis, the background, and everything, like, you know, of you. I know you weren't born here. You weren't born here.
No, I was born here.
You were born here?
I wasn't born in Baltimore though. I was born like in Texas.
Oh,
Then I came here like when I was like 6.
Wait. So you been here your whole life?
Yeah, I've been here my whole life.
Bro, I thought you were born in Nigeria.
Bro, everyone says that, bro. It was just my parents, bro. My parents.
Wait, explain now. This is this is the first time. This is interesting. Like, this is my God. I didn't know that. This is interesting, bro. Come on.
So, yeah, I was born in Houston, Texas, right? I actually miss Texas a lot. You feel me? Came here when I was like 6 and everything. I feel like the only reason why people say that is because like I know how to speak pidgin or I know how to speak broken English. I know how to mix, but honestly speaking, I got that from watching Hollywood movies, bro. Whenever my dad goes to Nigeria, he brings like so many dicks like movies, bro. Like we just be watching them. African. I'm telling you, a lot of them. We just be watching them, and then I just started getting more used to like my people. You feel me? I started loving the culture, you know. And my dad, he doesn't play in a sense like he wants his children to know where they're coming from. So he made sure I didn't miss out, or my brothers didn't miss out on that that opportunity. So yeah, I was born here, but food in Nigeria.
That's crazy. I can't believe that.
Yeah,
like this man is more cultured than some people that were even born in Nigeria that came here. Like, he's more cultured than them. But like, you were born in Ghana.
Mhm.
Like, just tell us, how many years in Ghana before you moved here.
I think I moved here when I was like 12.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I came here like around 2017. I went to middle school. That's why I met both of you. Yeah, I would say Ghana. I went back to Ghana like 2 months ago. Yeah, it was really cool. Like going back after 5 years, it's like everything changed. Like you don't know where you're going and stuff like that. My mom would be like, "Your phone, you better hide your phone." But when I wasn't there, like I don't care, cause like I know like literally everybody. So like who's gonna take something from me?
Right.
But like as soon as I got to Ghana the first day, they stole my Easy Slice.
Oh wow! My goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then my mom was like, "This should be like, you haven't been here after 5 years, so you should know like things change and stuff."
Yeah.
And like things got more expensive. Like, oh my God, the money I took with me, I should have known better. Nope.
I heard Ghana is beautiful though.
Oh yeah, it's really beautiful. Like my sisters went to where they keep the slaves and stuff like that. But I wasn't able to go because I had to go to Accra to do something over there. But like they were talking about how that place is really cool. You can still feel like their presence, the slaves, like everything, like whatever they went through and stuff like that. They showed me the videos and stuff. It was pretty cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
How about you, bro? Like, you born in Nigeria?
Yeah, I was born in Lagos, but yeah. But then I moved in like the city. But then I moved to Ikorodu.
Right.
And then so I stayed in Ikorodu for like a long minute because my dad was an accountant. He used to work in GTB.
Nice.
Yeah, he was a banker. And so like we moved to Ikorodu, and then we kind of just stayed there for like a couple of years, and then we came to America, and I was about like 11 years old.
Right.
Yeah, that was 7th grade.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
tough.
And so I came here, and yeah.
Explain more of the Akwa Ibom. Cause I never understood like Akwa Ibom culture. This is my first time even knowing someone who's Akwa Ibom. So
Yeah, we're not. So it's like, people will be like it's part of Igbo, but it's
right.
not.
It's not.
Nah, it's like a subcategory of Igbo,
Right.
and it's like the language we speak is Ibibio.
Right.
So yeah, is different.
So it's like a whole different. Cause I know like Nigeria has like 500 different languages,
Yes,
stuff
and
like that.
like yeah,
But that's tough. So can you speak
yeah, a little bit.
a little bit? That's tough. That's tough. That's tough.
Me, I'm a Yoruba, name me. See, I'm a Yoruba.
That's like it's always true.
But look, man, I'm a Yoruba boy. You already know we gotta rap every time already. Like Yoruba boys, we're like that. But what I'm saying is, I was born in Ibadan. All my Ibadan people out there, I hear you. But yeah, man, it was a different experience. Like Ibadan was just, it was fun. Like no, it was genuine. The people were just, it was real, like real friendship. Like back home, it was real friendship. The people we were close with, like everything was just fun. Maybe because it was the age I was at that time, but at the same time, it was just real. Like I still keep in touch with my guys
That's
back
tough.
home. Like
That's tough.
like they texting like, how's everything? Is family good? I'm like, yeah. Family good. Cause I know things are hard. And like I still want to go back home and just like don't want to let my friends stress anymore. Like try to get them here if it's possible. Cause I know they all smart. Like I probably was one of the dumbest one in the group. But yeah, they all smart. But yeah, I love my country. And yeah, the background in my country, I feel like when I got here, I just took that with me. Like, of course, like this is gonna be a time where we try to, switch.
Yeah, switch.
Like, oh yeah, you try to adapt to this, and what it depends. Like one thing I would say, if your parents don't switch to, like your parents
keep you
straight, you're gonna be
sure.
good.
You're
gonna be good
for sure.
Except if you're just a stubborn child, you just does.
And that later on is coming back to bite you because now like you don't have no values to give like your kids.
Right.
Like they lose where they're coming from.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? They lose their language. They lose like the food and stuff like that. So now you just different than, you feel me? You have nothing to add.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I get what you're saying, bro.
Like for me coming, were you Sudbury before me?
I think. Wait, when did you?
I came 8th grade.
8th grade. Yeah, I was there
Both of
before
you
you.
came.
I was there 7th grade.
Oh
You were
yeah,
there 7th grade?
Yeah.
yeah. I came 8th grade, so I was 13 when I came.
Wow.
I think this year is just about to be 5 years. I've
Wow.
been here. Like most people don't. People think I was born here. Like people think I was born here, but at the same time, it's like the transition from 8th grade. Like I didn't really know nothing. Like, and I'm the type of person I adapt quick. 8th grade, it was like, okay, I'm chilling. I'm learning everything. You know, trying to know what's going on in this country, the way the dressing, everything. Like at first, I was just doing my normal. Like back home in Nigeria, I was a cool guy, I knew how to dress.
Right.
But Nigeria dressing is different.
Yeah.
So like it's like okay, the 9th grade come, I was still learning and everything.
Right.
But at the same time, I started picking it. Like you remember 9th grade.
Yeah, for sure.
And 9th grade, man, 9th grade it wasn't that. Like towards the end of 9th grade, I started picking it up a little bit. Like okay, this is how to do things. This is how to do things. But yeah, like I was saying, 9th grade just it was a different like. From your perspective, how would you see me like from 9th grade to progress and everything? Like,
alright, so this is my man's keeping, you feel me? So 9th grade, like, okay, me personally, like, I was born here, right? So I could tell like off the bat, But the thing is, he never lost who he was. He wasn't type to like force into like blending in, if that makes sense. Like once he seen me, he could recognize me. He recognized me that this is my African brother. You know what I mean? So like, I would say that at that point, like Kiki in the 9th grade was like trying to figure things out. I feel like a lot of people who come from like Nigeria, they're always in that process trying to figure things out. As they figure things out though, they learn like to blend into like the African culture and the American culture, which is a flex. You feel me? Because not too many people can like practice both.
right?
You understand? Some do one and forget the other. So
Like I know what you're trying, like because there be Nigerians I meet, and then it's like at first I didn't know they were Nigerians.
right,
It's because the way they talk, the way they dress,
Yeah.
the way they interact
Yeah.
with their friends.
yeah,
But then I'll be like, I hear your name, and I'm like, oh,
yeah.
like
yeah,
you know
yeah.
what I'm trying to say.
That's
Yeah,
facts.
but to me, I don't think it's wrong the way you dress, talk, and everything like that. I mean, you're in America. Of course, you gotta roll this to a certain standard and
Right.
everything, like dressing, talking to people, trying to communicate with people, to just make it easier to communicate with people, right?
Right.
But at the same time, what really gets me is people lose their values. Like, you're not supposed to be doing this. Like, your parents are not
Yeah,
proud of
certain
this.
morals.
Yeah, something like, why are you doing it like that? That trips me off.
Yeah, it trips me off.
Like,
yeah,
It's like they don't want to show who they are. Like
Yeah,
it's
like-
like some part of them is hiding,
Yeah.
and they're just bringing the part that they want people to know is perfect. But like we're not perfect. Like when I went to like Owens Mills, there are some people that didn't know they were Ghanaians.
Right.
Cause like we always like we are in the class. Whenever I'm speaking to other Ghanaian friends in our language, like they be just looking at us, knowing they can speak it too, but like they're not trying to engage themselves with us, cause they don't want like their American friends to think, oh, so like she's from here, she's an African, but it don't make no difference, because at the end of the day, that's like your culture and
That's who you
everything.
are.
Like you can't change it.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Yeah, and it also depends on the environment you're in. True. Because if you notice, if you're around people you're comfortable with and like people that you know they know who you are, you're gonna just naturally be yourself and talk the way you talk.
Right.
But if you're around like the environment that you don't really understand, you're gonna want to fit in and just want to be safe. Your instinct is gonna make you just.
I'll say I agree with you. I say there's a difference between like fitting in and blending in.
Right.
You're right.
You feel me? Fitting is more forced. Like I feel like when you're fitting in, you're trying to be like them, and while you like fitting in, you lose who you are. You lose your identity. While you're blending in is like, look, I got two personalities. Like I can give you this in this environment.
Right.
I can give you that because there's a time and place for everything.
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
Like if you're going for an interview, or if you're going to like, let's say you're in the midst of, I don't know how to say it, but there's like a time and a place where you can. I'm gonna speak my correct English, and then proper. But like he said, when you're among your people or you're among your friends, you speak your broken English.
Yeah,
it just come like naturally. You just don't like
everything. Like I feel like this how it was, right? I mean, yeah, back in Nigeria, I speak broken English with my friends all the time. I was like, yo, my leg, everything, yo. All that stuff.
Right. So if you know what that means,
my leg means your mother. Yeah, basically. So, but when I came here, it was like, okay. At first, I think I almost lost myself. I kind of almost did, to be honest. Like, till, like, especially, I used to play basketball. You know? So that's who I was hanging around with every time. So it was like, the only African there was Sam. And Sam is not cultured till now. He's not really tapped into that culture, like, till now. Like, back then, it was like, E2, like the people you hung around from middle school. Sam was born here, everything, Baltimore, all that stuff.
Right. But
so, like that. Like, I almost lost myself a little bit till like 10th grade came. I'm like, I just had came back 10th grade.
Yeah, so like I feel like with like with certain people, like certain people still have that strong spirit, but like, nah, this is not really me.
Yeah.
They come out of it, and they start like socializing themselves with like their fellow Nigerians, their fellow communities. You know what I mean? So yeah, I get what you're trying to say.
But like what you were saying, it just go back to my point. It depends on the environment you were in.
Right.
You said you were with basketball players, but like if you were in like a school like Owings Mills, where it's like they have a lot of diversity, African.
Yeah.
You're gonna be talking. You're just gonna be acting like that. But if you're in like a school with more African American and like more classy, like.
But Kiki said something earlier, which is so true, right? He said, if your household continues to like practice like and speak culture like and tradition like stuff like that, it's really hard for you to lose, regardless of your environment. You feel me? Like if your mom or your dad is like telling you to do something, or let's say they're saying in your language, or like they're correcting you, or like telling you certain stuff, teaching you certain stuff, it's really hard. Unless unless you're stubborn, for you to like derail, and like. But yeah, environment, that could be a big factor too.
What's the wildest stuff y'all seen? Like some people come in and it's changed. Like what's the wildest stuff you seen?
Like that, like some people
like they just go all the way up. Like, I mean, look, one of mine would be like, I mean, of course, they probably had that in them when they were kids. Like it'd be the ones like they like 2021, the scammers. Yeah. I mean, come on, Nigerian. They scammed it. So I don't blame them for that. But my thing is like
what's the biggest change like you see
like the biggest change like someone come in like the person is smart and everything, like all of a sudden you just see this person just skipping class, trying to fit in, whatever.
He trying to fit in.
Yeah, like
it's the environment, like you said.
Skipping class, start smoking, start drinking. It's trying to be the dope boy.
Like some people,
dope boy, hey, hold up, hey, you also have that little the African accent.
Oh yeah.
Very heavy African accent, right?
Yeah.
Like, forcing it.
Yeah, like
For sure.
those type of people. Like, I mean, I get it. Some of us are lucky, to be honest. Like,
Yeah.
with me, if you like my accent, didn't it get better from
Yeah,
ninth grade?
for sure.
Yeah, like some of us are lucky. Like me before ninth grade, bro. If you hear the way I talk, bro, it was not like this.
Yeah, I feel you.
But some people they don't pick it up though. Some people never pick it up. Like I
Yeah.
know some people will be in here longer than I have.
Yeah.
Like I'm talking on the phone with people and be like they be like, yo, I'm an Americanized Nigerian.
Right.
When I hear that word, bro, I be so pissed off. I just switch to my Nigerian accent real quick.
Right.
Like, I be so gone. Like,
But have you ever been in that situation, even where they be like, they say like your Yoruba too is Americanized? Like you don't speak Yoruba.
I mean that's normal. I'm in America. Come on,
Yeah, yeah.
Like it's a whole different environment, right?
Mhm.
Like even the people that I know that used to speak Yoruba very well, like now,
Right.
the Yoruba is not
their
that.
accent.
It's
like,
not.
And I feel like
It's not
sometimes
polished.
you lose because you're speaking two different languages, so it's gonna be really hard. Like even with me, like my dad trained me to like be all my brothers to speaking Igbo like a very very young age, right? But still, like if I go back home, just by the way I talk, they know that
There are
this,
people
Where
that
you
you
from?
know what I'm saying? I'm
Yeah,
different.
right, right.
I'm like abroad, but at least they understand what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
they understand what I'm saying. I can communicate with them. So it's like a win-win situation as long as you don't forget like how to speak it. But you know, it's a win-win situation.
Right. What would I want to say is like things we're doing now. Like how did our upbringing affect that? Like and stuff. Like just let's get into that. Like our upbringing, things we're doing now. Like all of us here, I think we're disciplined to an extent. Like we know how to, maneuver certain things. Like
Right.
we're smart, book smart, and we are life smart also.
Right.
Like we know what to do and what not to do. Some people may feel like, oh, because they're at a certain point, they can do anything they want. But like, how do you think our upbringing just affected everything we do now? Anybody just want to start it off?
I would just say it'll all start with the parents. Like me, for example, my dad always everything he says is right. Even if sometimes they are wrong and you're just trying to let them know they're wrong, but they think it's right because they be like, I was born before you.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to teach me what to do,
Right.
what to do, how to do stuff. You're just gonna do things your own way because you did not have that upbringing of people telling you what to
Right.
do. So if somebody end up telling you what to do, you feel like they're disrespecting you or something like that.
Yeah.
But we were right now, my dad is saying do computer science. That's not maybe he don't know maybe that's not what I want to do, but he wants me to do it because he'd be like, I brought you here, so do this and that, and we all have that in that African household. If you don't become a doctor,
Right,
this
I
and
know
that,
that.
then you're disappointed thingy.
Yeah.
So if you didn't grow up like that, you don't have you don't know how it feels like. So if you meet other Africans talking about those stuff, you feel like you're being left out because
Right.
you don't know how it goes and stuff like that.
That's true. I was gonna say, man, growing up in an African household, bro, is not for the weak.
Yeah.
It's really not for the weak. However, you don't want it. You don't want it. You don't want to. Actually, you don't want to raise your children to be weak.
Right.
And I feel like our parents, right? You know where we're
That's
coming.
deep. Don't let
You
it
feel
go over
me?
your head.
Well, I feel like our parents, where they're coming from, right? All they know is stress.
Yeah, stress.
They don't know nothing else but stress. They grew up with stress.
Like
They
that's-
die with stress. Right?
That's so true.
So when they have kids, it's all the frustration. I feel like we're not at a young age. You're not going to understand that. You're not going to understand what they're going through. For many people, for many African parents, I can't speak on everybody, but for many African parents that went through immigration, that whole process, waiting for a visa, stuff like that. You feel me? It's by fire, by force, you're gonna be somebody. And so when you grow up, when you're growing up and your parents are on you, you later on see more as a blessing because they're doing it out of love. But I feel like even though they're doing it out of love, there's like certain man,
Nah, it's like they apply their generation to our generation, but they should understand our generation right now. That's what they don't get.
right.
This is what I was saying, right? I mean, I get what you was saying. Like yesterday in church, we were talking about, you know, our African parents. They definitely body shame their kids.
Yeah,
crazy
for
right?
sure.
Body shame their kids like crazy. But what I'm saying is like, okay, look at it like this. Their parents probably did worse to them, so they probably dialed it down a little bit.
Right.
From what I'm thinking,
That's true.
because would your grandfather at his age probably let you get this type of hairstyle?
Nah. My dad don't let me get that.
Like, you think your grandfather...
I'm not struggling for this. I fought with it.
Bro. But would your grandfather even, like, think about you earrings? Like, now African parents are actually dialing it down.
Right.
Like, something like it's generation... like, our grandfathers... Our great grandfather,
Right.
some things our fathers did, you probably like be like, yo, you spoiling this child,
Right.
like giving him money, you know, to this thing. Like you be like, no, why is he getting money? You should be working on the farm, working on this, working on that. But I feel like as things go,
Yeah.
like
and the
we
world's
would-
changing.
like our generation is gonna be better.
Yeah.
But at the same time, our kids are gonna feel like, oh, African this. Our kids are gonna.
Oh
say
yeah,
the
because
same
we gonna
thing.
do exactly what our parents be doing.
Not
right?
I would say-
It's not exactly,
dialed
but like
down,
yeah,
dialed
a little bit, but like it's still gonna be there.
I was gonna say, right? What was? Okay. I was gonna say, right, like, there are certain things, right? Because the world is changing every time.
Right.
Different environment, like, different community, different people, different surroundings here and there. So, like, what worked 60 years ago, not really gonna work in today's generation like that. You feel me? Like, people are different. Like, people on this way of understanding is different. So, like, some kids, like, that force is gonna escalate the situation. And some kids, that force is, like, you know, but, like, I feel like it's within our generation, right, to change the way we teach our, like, to change that method. Because even though there's a good side to it, there's a really, really bad side to it. You feel me? Like, in terms, like, for example, communication, right? It's hard to communicate with your parents about certain things. It shouldn't be like that. You feel me? Your home should be the safest place.
Right. Like,
Your
you can't
parents should be,
tell-
regardless.
Can't go to your dad and say like, oh, I like this girl.
You can,
No.
but listen, the crazy thing is, like, doing their own days, doing their own time. That's what I'm saying. It's a whole cycle that has to be broken. They had their days. They had their time.
Exactly.
They
but
had
you
their
should
crush.
understand.
They had their little girlfriend on the side.
Yes.
Some were dragons. You feel me? So
Let's be honest.
Let's be honest. But, like, again, they're scared because they don't want their kids to fall that same way. But rather than for them to open up, they want to hide it, which is not good.
Exactly.
So I feel like as we get on older, all those things that we quote unquote try to play holy, no one's perfect.
Nobody is perfect.
You feel me? And I feel like that's the problem with so many, like, with our parents. Like,
They want it to look perfect.
yeah, and then most they can't take correction.
That's the thing, the whole thing. They're always right. You can never have a conversation with your parent and like say something that you will be right about.
Right.
They will always trying to change the topic because what they're saying, they be like, I was here before you.
Right.
I know what's right, so you have to listen to what I'm saying. We know you're right, but sometimes you have to like listen to us a little bit. Sometimes I can be depressed in my room for a whole week, but they won't notice. They'll be like, why are you depressed?
And it'll be
You don't have anything to pay. Yes, like they'll be like, you don't have any bills to pay. You don't have anything like that.
Like depression is the devil's.
Yes,
Devil.
pray. Instead of you sitting down there playing all those songs, why don't you pray about it?
Right.
Why don't you do this? Go to church. Go and get deliverance. Like, not everything that you go to church.
Right. That's true.
Like, depression is real, but in the African household, you can't be
doesn't
depressed.
exist.
And that's the sad part. And that's something that has because many that are going through depression, some don't even know.
Yeah.
Like I feel what you're saying. Like sometimes I'll be like of course sometimes I'll be in my room like I don't want to talk to anybody or whatever. But it's like maybe the way I was just raised like sometimes I be thinking like depression is not real, but I know it's real.
It's real, yeah,
but I don't want to think it to myself. Like it's just the way I was just brought up. It's like I can't have depression.
Right, and it's
like,
crazy.
I can't let myself depressed.
Right. It's crazy.
Yeah,
right, that's true. Right. But that's the mindset though, right? I feel like even some of my parents, they're going through depression, but like they don't know how to treat it, how to process that, because they're gonna be like, me depression, like they're gonna think everybody crazy. You tell your dad you're going through depression, like what?
like they see depression like,
well, what the hell is depression? Like what?
I don't get depressed.
Bring out holy water, huh? Like they're not gonna believe that. So like again, like that's just things that we can't. It's too late for us to change that.
Right.
The only way we can change is like being open to like our kids down the road and letting them know like shit like this, like let your kids know you love them, bro.
Right.
Like not saying like don't over love, but like let your kids know that you're good, man. Like
because I feel like at this age, our parents needs to like talk to us, call us, sit us down, have a conversation with us. If you're a guy, you need to have a conversation with your dad. Be like, now I'm 18, 19.
Right.
Very soon you're going to have a girlfriend. They need to teach you how to, like, treat the lady. And they, like, teach you all about those sex parts. But they don't want to talk. No, they don't want to talk about it.
All right, so before we get into that, I actually have, that was one of my questions, right? But yeah, so, like, even though African parents do this, don't we see a good side in it? Like, now that we're...
yeah.
Like, I definitely see a good side, and like I look at other people like, bro, I'm disciplined, I am cultured, like I know not to do, like especially with influence, like this age that we're in now, people try to influence us to do certain things.
Yeah.
Like you know, at the back of your head, like, bro, this is not the type of kid I am.
And that's the good thing though, because you don't. When you have that, it's hard for you to like lose yourself. You feel me? Like when you have like that voice that like, bro, like even if you end up doing it, or even if you end up messing up, but like it's not gonna be like, damn, my parents never told me. Like you're not gonna be like, damn, I didn't know any better. So like I feel like that's the greatest thing like our parents have done, is like teaching us like when we leave, it's not gonna be easier. You feel me? It's like that's the greatest thing they've done, because they keep it real.
Right.
They keep it. They're not gonna sugarcoat. They're not gonna honey, or they're gonna tell you what it is, and how it just takes a mature mind to like really sit down and understand. Like I gotta be successful because of what they went through.
Right. Like how do y'all feel about the whole African parents, like some like they like us to be inside the house 9 times out of 10.
Right.
Like going out, this and staying out late, past 12. Like, how do y'all feel about it? Sometimes I feel like it's good. In a sense of way, like
it's to a certain age.
Yeah, like it's good. Not even at this age, sometimes it's good. Like keeping us inside, like it just makes us feel like, okay, I'm not outside doing anything.
Right.
I'm not outside. I'm inside. I can't just be sitting down.
Right.
Like I gotta find something to do.
Right.
Right. Like you just make, and it builds your. Imagine, right, as a man 9 times out of 10 gets his own house when he leaves the house, but a woman
goes away
to a man's house. Right. So as a man, right, our parents kept us inside the house, whatever. Like you just get used to cleaning the house, get used to everything. So like when you're living by yourself, you're like, what am I doing?
Right.
It's not like you were outside every time. Oh, mom, I'm this, mom. Like you know how to cook a little bit too, and everything. So like those things, they really matter. Like some kids be like, oh, bro, I don't like staying there. I don't like staying in the house. Like I'll be outside. Like sometimes you lose value.
That's what I'm saying. Like, and the thing is, like when you sit down and ask yourself, right, all those things that you're rushing to do, all the things you're going outside to do, all the things you're like fighting your parents to like really do, are you really benefiting from them?
It's not.
When you're at home, I promise you start self-reflecting on things you're gonna do 5 years from now, things you want to do 10 years from now. You start reflecting on yourself, making yourself a better person. You feel me? So I feel like you said, like in a sense, like when your parents are keeping you inside the house, not every time though.
Right. So sometimes you need to go out.
Not every time, but like I said, like I feel like again to a certain age, like when your son is like, or your daughter is like, whoever, whenever like they're 16, like you should be giving them that freedom. Like, can my child handle this? Know your child. knowing who your child is.
Let them know that
Every-
they can
like,
be responsible.
Exactly, because like every child can be different, and then as a parent, it's your job to like study your child. Like, how do I go around this child? Because the way you train this one is not gonna be the same way you train the last one.
Right.
You feel me?
The
I
personality.
think
It's
the
different.
first burn, bro. We are just
Huh.
test dummies.
Test dummies, bro.
Test
Telling you,
dummies.
bro. Punching bags, bro.
We're test
But-
dummies. Like, I look at my little sister, like, bro, like the type of beating I got.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Doing
That's
the
what I'm saying.
thing you did.
My parents are the reason why they do that though. The firstborn is like, this is my dad. He said if my firstborn is good, my other children gonna be good. The reason why he said it because as he
They're learning from
they learn like the last born. My dad's like almost clocking his 60. He's not gonna be yelling or shouting the way he was at me when he first had me.
Oh, okay.
So it's like an investment.
Yeah.
So
I'm expecting you to do good, so these ones can do good. That's how he see it,
That
which
makes
makes a lot of sense. So
Right.
now you own up a lot of responsibility to actually do good.
Right, that's right. Like my sister, she look up to me.
Yeah,
Like, especially my youngest sister. Like,
and that'd be the best feeling, bro.
yeah, like, she look like I can't do like. There's certain things I notice myself, like the habits I got myself into. Like, I gotta change.
Yeah,
this.
change
Like, I
by
gotta
force.
I gotta change this.
Yeah.
Like it's like, you know, I should say it as man. Like, you know, imagine, right? You a guy. You always, like, your sister see you bringing different girls in
girls.
your house and everything. Like,
Yeah.
when your sister gets to a certain age, she gonna feel like it's right for guys
Right.
to just treat women that way. So it's like you can't let that happen.
Yeah,
You can't let that
I
happen.
agree
Like,
with you on that because I'll take my dad as an example. Since I don't know if when I was a little kid, but up to this age, my dad has never hit me in his whole life. But my mom, she gonna do it.
right.
But the reason why my dad don't want to do it because he said he don't want me to grow up and like feel like a man beating me is right to do so.
Right.
So like as of now, I've never experienced that from my dad. So you as a man, if I end up being with you and you touch me,
yeah, you
it's gonna be
definitely.
a trouble.
Yeah, like even my little sister, she be saying like, you know, when you just play fight and whatever, like with her, like me, cause she like to, you know, she like boxing a little bit, like she be coming to me trying to do this, and when I try to hit her back, she was like, boys don't beat girls, boys don't touch girls, boys don't touch girls or whatever.
Right.
But yeah, like boy, let's go back to what we're saying now. Like, you know, why do our parents don't make it seem like, okay, as a man, like, come sit down with you, like, yo,
This is very
like, yo, you get to this age, you're going doing this, like, you might have sex, you might not have sex,
Right.
like, you meet a woman, like, I don't know, they don't want to accept that. Like, what? They-
Look, let me tell you why. Let me tell you why.
They don't want to accept,
Let
like,
me tell you why. African parents, bro, their ego is so big,
Exactly.
and they're scared of my son, my daughter,
Okay, I'm
this,
pregnant.
that. That's the only fear. That's why I promise you, there's nothing else than that than the shame. The Africans in general hate shame.
Oh, yeah.
Shame, bro.
They hate because
Like, bro, imagine having a. Oh my god, this is
Yeah.
so bad. Imagine, like, they feel like it's bad having a baby shower before.
right,
wedding.
wedding and stuff like
Before
like
your wedding, like,
Because
like, bro,
they
that-
like it's important, like for the way other people look at your family.
right.
They like the perception of your family to the public. That's very important.
Yeah.
Very important, and but yet that's important to them, right? But yet it's not important for them to teach their kids about certain things like that. It don't make sense.
Because
I
if
don't
you
think my
teach
dad
them,
ever sat down
then
with
they
me.
won't.
Never.
do it.
My dad never.
You never said on me, man.
But yeah, you want me to get high. You want me to get married, but you never really explain the. You know, like it doesn't really add up.
Do they want us to figure it out by ourselves?
For that,
But that's the thing, though. But see, when we figure it out by ourselves,
we do wrong stuff. We go the wrong way. Because
when we figure out about and make a mistake, right? It's rather them to not accept us or like, well, he tried. He like they rather push you to the side, right? And then you're like,
Oh,
left
I also
alone.
think it's because they themselves weren't taught the proper way how to.
Right.
But
That's what I said earlier. It's a cycle. You feel me?
Do you believe, like, when they were our age, like, all our dads are virgins?
No,
for me,
I don't know.
when I went
I
to
can't.
Ghana,
I can't say. I don't know.
I don't know.
The only girl could
Honestly, I don't even think I want to know.
I don't know. I don't want to know. So
Like, like, bro, I just be looking at it like a date, like.
When I went to Ghana, I had a conversation with my mom. This same conversation about why they're not teaching us. Because right now, she's supposed to teach me about, like, you know, all those ways, like you're a girl, in case how to keep yourself when you meet a man, how to do that and that. And then she was like, come here. She sat me down and then she was like, not because I don't want to teach you. It's because at this age, what you should focus on is your books. When you are at the age, we have some certain age, like when you're like 23, 24, that's when you're getting like on the way to get married. So then I can call you, sit you down and tell you, oh, maybe, or when you meet somebody and you bring the person home at that age, I can be like, okay, now you are seeing this person and that do this and do that. Because my mom was like, at their age, like when you're like 18, as soon as you turn 18, you have to start buying all those kitchen stuff to your room, because when you're going to get married, you are the one taking all those things to your husband's house. Don't expect the husband to have those stuff.
Right.
So like at 18, you're supposed to have money to buy all those kitchen stuff, bedroom stuff and stuff like that. But this age, at our age, like you just like get married to a guy who has like everything and all those, so you just go with your bag and stuff like that. So I feel like their way, like at their age, they just like push you to get married. Because my mom said as soon as she got pregnant with me, that was when like my dad came home and then they got married traditional way.
Right.
So but this age, our age, we like to get to know the person way more before we get married.
Right.
But their time, as soon as they meet 1-2 times, go
That's
see
true.
my parent.
That's true.
But they should like understand that this is not how it is now.
Yeah.
Me as a person, before I get married, I have to know the guy for at least 5 years. Because you can't know somebody
it's
for 2
dangerous.
years and
It's
just
dangerous.
get married to a
It's dangerous
person.
now.
Things be moving too
Bro.
fast
Too
now.
fast. Like,
Bro,
that's why
dangerous
we
now,
have a lot of
man. Like-
divorce.
like,
now.
I'm
Baby,
And I
mama's
think
baby
that's
daddy.
also one of the
That
reasons.
culture.
I also think that's one of the reasons why they want us to get in our books first,
Right.
so
Yeah.
that we can gain that foundation. So like
Right.
you can like financially, you know you're good.
Good.
Yeah, like I
exactly.
totally understand that now. Like we talk about this relationship is expensive and everything, especially in our age now. Like my mind right now, it's not to be focused on girls
Facts.
at all. Like
Facts.
I mean, yeah, before people like, well, I want to have a girlfriend, I want to do
Facts.
this, but now it's like, bro, I don't even
You
want
know,
it.
my dad
I
told-
like say
right.
that, stay out.
My dad-
Take that away from me, bro. I don't want it.
Right.
at
My
all.
dad told me something, and it was so powerful, right? He was like, the money, the career that you had, that you need to sustain yourself, you don't have. So there's no way on earth. Let's be honest, girls are expensive,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
To take care of girl the way you're supposed to, it's expensive. So how the hell you gonna be chasing after women? You don't got yourself together.
Exactly.
You don't got your stuff together. It's not possible.
Like it's
That girl, I promise you, 5 weeks she's done with you.
like
It's
even
a whole
now,
nother
we
human
know,
being
yo,
you're
even
responsible
now,
for.
even
It's
now,
not-
even now. I mean, I get it. Now they not, right into that. They said, but now even a relationship, like you gotta be working, bro.
And mind
and
you-
like sometimes in order to focus on your books to get that career, you can't work.
That's what I'm saying.
You
And
can't like. So why you
Yeah,
chasing?
that's true.
This thing if you know you don't have the money now to do that.
That's true.
You're just gonna make yourself look bad.
That's why
not
our
only
parents
money though. Not only money
help
though.
us, like tell us to control ourselves.
Right.
Discipline.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's because of our emotions, our flesh.
Right.
We want to pursue girls.
That's true.
So we have to be self-controlled and
That's
actually be disciplined.
Yeah, that's
that's why
true.
African parents is imperative. That's why they always get on us.
That's fair. That's very true. That's very true. Which is the good thing. I feel like I feel like damn, I lost my train of thought.
My fault.
It's all good. But I was gonna say like, damn. Anyway, it'll come back. I just lost my train of thought.
But yeah, I felt I lost my crazy.
I just interrupted him.
Yeah, you just are like different.
I would say like right now, girls are not as they used to be at first.
Right,
How
right.
they demand you for money and stuff, they just expect you to do it. If you don't do it, and somebody else is doing
Somebody
for
else
them,
will.
Right.
they're going for it. Cause like me as a girl right now, I'm not gonna ask you, oh, can I get money to
For
go
sure.
do my hair? Can I get money?
Some
It's
girls
like,
will, bro.
well, some girls
will
will.
ask you that. Nails.
Yeah.
They seem like, why you not doing my nails? Why you not doing this?
Right.
That's
That's what I wanted. That's what I wanted to say. Like, as guys, right? There's certain even to the females as well. But like, what is your priority? Being in a relationship, bro, is a priority. It's not like, oh, she just my girlfriend, or oh, like that's my shorty. Is a priority. Are you willing to put in work? You can't put in work when you haven't built yourself mentally. You haven't built yourself. You haven't built yourself. You don't
As a
even know
man,
that. As a man, you don't even know yourself.
I'm grateful for my parents. Like, it's like if I feel like I was born in a whole like different culture, like
Yeah.
my parents, like all this stuff we'll be finding it out the hard way.
Yeah, the hard way, and
Yeah.
and sometimes the hard way,
It's not the best.
it's
way.
not the best way.
Yes.
You feel me?
The hard way is
Because
not the best
sometimes-
I don't like learning things the hard
yeah,
way.
there's some
I don't
mistakes.
think I
There's
like
some mistakes you cannot
way.
trace
Yeah,
back.
like
Yes.
getting the
Can't.
girl pregnant, bro.
You feel me?
That.
And
20 years down the road, 30 years down, like 20 years down the road, like damn.
And I
That's
feel
right.
like this
I
generation
just- I
right
don't like
now, relationship is not a thing right now. It's all about sex. As soon as
Lust.
you become their girlfriend, boyfriend, oh, we're gonna do it.
Right.
Yeah, like that's why sorry to cut you. That's why I
That's true.
respect African women, like the ones that still got a hold of who they are.
Right.
Like most, like my mom was talking to my sister, right? Like the reason she would push my sister in like no boyfriend, no dating, too. Like even like my dad said if she brings a guy in the house anytime soon, he calling the cops on that. he calling
You don't know what my dad gonna do to me.
he calling the cops on that dude. But basically, like she said, like all this, like she knows some people that going to Nigeria to look for a husband for the kids.
Mm.
Cause guys here, like it's different for guys. Like
Yeah,
you already
true.
know the way they act. Like the kid was the African girl. She was every guy. She was every sex, everything. Like that's not wife material. But like
Yeah.
in Nigeria, like of course the guys that want in Nigeria, they want to come here too.
Right.
So like she doesn't want that for my sister. That's why I respect some African parents.
We gotta
It's
respect
different.
African
It's
parents
different
for
from
most,
women.
bro.
Like you, if you well self, if you kept and everything, like it wouldn't be hard for you to find a husband.
And like
Right.
men won't treat you
Yeah, like,
anyhow
they
they
wouldn't
want.
treat
Like,
you
me
anyhow.
as of now, I would say as my age right now, I'm well, like really well. My money, like the way like I'm saying, I have
Some
my,
discipline
my
over
age,
it,
like I have money.
Right.
So I'm not going to a man to ask you just because I need this, so I'm gonna have a boyfriend. No,
Right.
what you can afford, I can afford too. So what's the point of me having a boyfriend?
Right.
Because like the way I was brought up, like my parents taught me to always be independent.
Right.
So I'm that independent type of woman. Like I can say you can ask. I will never come in the guy's DM or go in the guy's DM to ask for something.
Mm.
But me rather would give it to you because I'm not asking for it because I have it. I can afford
I
it.
Asking, I like giving. I hate asking.
Yeah, me too. I like that.
I would rather give than asking because I feel
sure.
like if I'm to ask, then you're going to have a control over me because at the end of the day, I'll always come and
Right.
you cannot always just give it to me for free.
Right.
You're going to ask for
Expect-
something else. Like, so
Yeah,
like,
and something else I just remember too, like even the way, if you notice, they kind of gatekeep girls more from social media than they gatekeep boys.
It shouldn't be that way, though.
African parents.
Oh,
It
yeah,
shouldn't
that's
be that way. I feel like it should be balanced.
I mean, but look at it this way though. As a girl, it's different for us boys.
Yeah.
Like I was telling my mom about body count and whatever. She didn't know what body count meant. But I was explaining to her like, there's some woman that your body count is that high and everything. Like she was like, bro, at this age and there's some men. But I was explaining to her like it's different for men. If a man's body count is like some woman, if a man's body count is a certain this thing, about 50 and everything, like, and you just change yourself, like, change everything. It's easier for the traces of a man to be cleared away than for a woman.
Woman? Mm.
Right.
That's kind of, yeah, I see what you're trying to say.
It's easier for.
However, I feel like the thing is, men, right? It's like we hold so much and so much responsibility. Like if we're in a family, right? Yes, our wife is there to morally and there support, but we carry that cross in terms like we have to take care. We have to. It's just a have to. So like even though like gatekeeping, cause like my dad, like he gatekeeping me from social media like till I was like 16, 17, just because he wants to make sure that his son is know like right from wrong. You feel me? Like I feel like there should be a certain balance, because if you look at it, right, if a guy has like 10 bodies, like you said, like, oh, it's not a big deal. It's a big deal.
It's-
It really is a
Because if he's married, he's not like things like you start things
I know what
early.
you're trying to say.
Like you can't. My dad's like, you can't get what you don't have. Like, so if you all you do is have sex, all you do is drink, all you do is you have no time for yourself. You just make it harder for your family, you make it harder for your other children, you make it harder for your wife, because you have no self control.
And I feel like the
Yeah.
You feel
more,
me?
like, the higher your body count, the lower your spirit gonna be, the weaker your spirit gonna be.
For sure.
Any person you have sex with, you're exchanging souls and spirit.
Right.
So
Because-
let's say you had sex with 20 different girls or like 20 different guys. How many souls have you like?
It's called
exchanged?
soul ties.
Yeah, like exactly, like you just like, so before you get married, bruh, your spirit is weak. You can't help your other partner,
Right.
like in like when it comes to prayers and stuff like that, because your spirit is weak. So
Right.
how are you supposed to help me grow?
Right.
Like, so I feel like, but now, like, in our generation, it's right to have as many body count. If you don't have a lot, then you just like, I don't know, people
Yeah.
like don't really like respect you and stuff, like, because they think like if you like got girls, then like, ooh, everybody, all your friends, you're gonna be different from your
That's
friends
not
because you
life,
got
bro.
the girls
Right.
and you got the guys. But I feel like it's like you, because they don't like sit down for them to be like taught the right way.
Right.
Because me, as right now, if I feel like having like a relationship and like if I'm ready to have sex, I need to ask my mom, because she's the lady. She was there before me. So I will ask you, Mom, is this right to do? And that my mom will say, nah. Get married, and then you have sex. Because when you lose your virginity, the first person you lose your virginity to, it's hard for you to forget that person. Because like that spirit and like those soul thingy you exchange is really high. Because like it's your first time doing it. So whoever like you do it with, it's gonna be hard for you to forget about that person. So if you get married and you decide to do it with your husband, then like I think like the relationship is gonna be solid, because at the end of the day, he's the only person, and like she's the only person like you slept with.
Right.
It's like way better than you sleeping around and da 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 da.
Right.
It just goes back to the Bible where it's like two people come together and become one.
One.
The soul ties. That's
Yeah, man. It's just like, I don't know, our culture is just, some things we just gotta accept in our culture, right?
Right.
Like,
Right. I see what you're trying to say.
when I came here, it's like, I'm like, dang, they really doing this any, like, that's nothing.
nothing.
Exactly, like
It's nothing,
in
bro.
school,
It's
like bathrooms and
big
stuff. I be
thing.
like,
so
what the heck?
normalized. It's
Like,
Normalized. It's not the teacher.
like it's really nothing.
people really indulging in their flesh. It's like
But
race is
again,
nothing.
right? The thing is, like, no one is perfect, like I said. Right. You feel me? And I feel like, as human beings, we always tend to condemn. Like, oh, shame, or like shame that person for what they do, shame them for what,
judge.
or judge them, right? And I feel like that's where, as parents, you have to break, because you gotta explain it to them. You gotta tell them the truth. Like, no, this is not the right way. Especially like all of us who are Christian and who are growing up in a Christian like household. Like, we're not gonna sugarcoat nothing because that's like the new generation. You're not gonna sugarcoat anything because that's how the modern generation live. Like you said, it's normalized for normal people. You feel me? But those who see it deeper than what it actually is, like, is it actually a soul tie? You feel me? Those people who actually see it, those people who actually like listen to their parents and be like, this is not gonna help me grow. It's not gonna better me in the future. It's not gonna better me as a person. It's not gonna better me in my career. It's pointless. So like, and it's just like stuff like that. Parents should explain to a level, especially us men. I feel like women, they explained earlier, but they gotta do the same for men, because like I said, the man carries the mantle. Like okay, I don't have no sister, but I know for a fact if I had a younger sister, my dad is gonna tell my younger sister way earlier than he would tell me. Why? It takes two people to have sex, right? So two people should know about it. You feel me? So like that's just something that parents gotta do. We gotta set a standard for both females and males. It shouldn't just be like, oh, females protect, men go ahead and like it doesn't make it doesn't.
And like, I think men. That's one thing. Men do get raped, but we don't focus on that one more than ladies.
Right.
Because a lady can rape a guy, but like at the end of the day, you're the guy, so yeah, everything is going to be blamed on you.
Right.
And like we don't check like. Because like it's like they protect the ladies. I'm a lady. Well, I know like I need protection and stuff like that. But like, how can you protect me more and leave my brother over there? Like maybe his like mental state right now is not good. You're not checking on his mental state. Like you don't know what he has been through. But like as soon as like you see me, then you be like, oh, do this, don't do that. But what about him though? Like, cause like we feel like it's like. In this life, men, you're supposed to know how to do this and how to do that. But what they don't get is, even though I'm supposed to know that, our mental state is not going to be the same. Like, sometimes you're going to need, like, help. We're going to need you to talk to us. We're going to need you, like, around. But, like, I think African parents as a whole thingy, maybe me, for my opinion, I think they didn't get that part in their life. That's why they should like apply themselves to our generation now. Understand our generation first before like they reflect back to their thingy. That's what the whole
and like the thing is like I said, we all different. You feel me? Like everyone is different. Everyone way of living and everyone way of understanding is completely different.
Right.
You feel me? Like there's a way you can yell at a child. That's why I say parents need to know their children. This is where you can yell at your child. That child will become a liar. That child will do things he won't even tell you. And he's not doing it because he wants to, but he's doing it because he don't feel comfortable with you. Feel me? Like parents gotta build that safe zone. Like regardless, cause at the end of the day, like that child is gonna be his own person. Like no one's gonna live with our parents. No one's gonna live with your parents till you die. Like to a certain point, there's gonna be times you're not even gonna hear from your mom, you're not gonna hear from your dad. You're there handling your own shit, handling your own family. So like parents gotta understand that this child is not, like how I say, it's not mine. I didn't create this child.
Yeah.
I didn't. It's like
let them.
No, like parents feel like I own you. Your career, I own you. Everything. Nah, it doesn't work that way because okay, what are you gonna do if your son become a criminal? You ain't doing you're not doing a damn thing. Your son's a criminal, you're a criminal. I just own you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, so like take love and take understanding to like actually understand your children. Like,
so I got a question. So what do you think African parents need to do to get better?
Wait. Going into that question, that's actually one of the questions somebody asked, but I'm gonna word it in a different way.
Okay.
So basically, this from IOH, we had on. This is on the time, the first episode. What parts of your culture do you feel should be updated, and what parts do you think should still stay?
For me, I would say African parents as a whole, they should express their love more. They don't know how to express love. I'm not gonna lie. Like my dad or my mom won't come to me at night and tell me good night, I love you. Never.
How many times has your dad told you he love you? How many times has your dad told you he love you? Like, son, I love you.
Never.
It's so rare.
And sometimes
you get it from your mom. You can't get it from your dad.
Yeah.
Like that's something to get. Yeah, I agree.
I feel like they show it. They don't want to say it, but I feel like they try to show it.
They show it in their way.
There we go. But that's what I'm saying. It's our generation. It's too late now. It's just too late. Like you just gotta accept it for what it is.
Yo, doesn't it even feel weird to you? Like
me? I be saying that. I be saying to my dad though. Like me and my dad. Like when we was younger. Like when I was younger with my dad, it's always like fights here and there. Cause I never understood this man. Like this man was like, what is your problem? Like I wasn't born back there, so I'm like, you're ODing. You're really ODing. Like go cut my hair, bald, and all that stuff. Like that's OD. But when you get older, you actually understand that he was doing it from a love perspective. Like my dad be having fun, be like, I love you. Right? I let it sit for a little bit. I said, I love you too, Dad. You know what I'm saying? Just to build that bond, just to build that with your father.
It's something you should do from when you're younger.
Younger,
for
you
sure.
feel me?
So
So
like,
like,
do it, yeah, it
well,
will be
like-
uncomfortable for you to do it when you're older.
that's true, that's true.
I mean, sometimes I say it around there and there, but it feels weird.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
like
feel you.
even my sisters,
that's
when I'm
wrong.
saying
It's
it to
wrong.
them, it
Yeah.
feels so weird. Even though they're my sisters, but like
Yeah.
it's like we're
wrong.
not used to that
Yeah.
thing.
That's
so
why
like,
my
just
little
say it-
sister, bro. Like, I started saying it with her from the jump. Now, even before she sleeps, she be like, "I love you."
Love you, yeah.
I be like,
That's it with my brothers, too.
if I'm mad and whatever, she be like, "I love you."
Yeah, for sure.
Until I say I love you too, she not gonna leave me alone.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure.
That's how.
For me, it's like I just know that too. With my brother, we be fighting,
Right.
and it's like when I wanna, I can't really say it, but then
Yeah.
well, I'll go and then I dab him up and then I hug him,
Yeah.
so he knows, bro.
He knows,
That's
yeah.
something both of us struggle
Yeah.
with. He can't say it to me.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
You can say it.
I know.
My middle sister, nah, that one. Nah, it's like even when I try to hug her, she be like, well, "What are you doing?"
you
No.
So yeah, like
Yeah, I feel you though. I
This
feel
is
you though.
weird, like,
But like, I feel like again, like it takes a mature mind to understand. Cause now when you sit back and you just start laughing. Like those times, like when your mom, she beats you for something you didn't do. You told her it wasn't you who did it. She still beats you for it. And then you say, "All right, bet I'm not eating your food." You go
Oh,
to
yeah.
your room, right?
Lock yourself.
Lock yourself. She'll be the one knocking, be like, "Son, come and eat.
Come on, you.
Come and eat."
That's their way.
That's their love.
That's so true.
That's the love.
It's ready, come on.
You don't want to eat. You don't want to eat. Okay, it's there waiting for you. Yeah, I'm just doing my best. Smile like. Yeah, it's a W for me.
Yeah,
You
just
feel me?
accept that because
Just
they will
accept it.
never.
They would not ever say it.
Right,
So
right.
And one thing, would you think they should remove beating?
Nah.
nah.
You know,
I don't think so.
The Bible says, "Spare not the rod and
No,
spoil the child."
spare the rod,
Spare the rod,
spoil the
Spoil
child.
Yeah, spare the rod, spoil the child.
It's better.
One thing I would say, I like the beating of my life that I ever got, like it changed my perspective, bro.
Right.
Like, I think they should keep beating.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
they
should
should keep
Like,
it.
bro, I'm telling you. So back home, right? You know, this is a story.
Backlashes right now.
Yes, flashback.
You know, so look, right? You know, you write notes, everything in school,
Right.
like from a young age. Like you have to write notes.
Yeah.
Like they put the board, everything. Like they write.
Yeah, you
so you have to
take
write after the teacher, right?
Right.
So let's call this middle school, JS1, like middle
Yes.
school, right? You go into middle school.
Right.
Work start getting harder and everything, right? In middle school, they teaching us work. They teaching ninth graders
Ninth
here,
grade. Yeah.
right?
Right, yeah.
So yeah, work start getting harder and everything. And me, I never really, you know, I mean, I was smart, but I didn't
It wasn't
really
the school, yeah.
put the work in for school,
Right.
whatever. My book, from the beginning of the semester to the end of the semester, was the same way it was. It was a new notebook. Clean. I didn't write word, nothing, none of that. Like the friends I hang out, I had like. Imagine coming as a freshman, seniors don't want to accept you. But I came to elementary school I came from was like, we were known for doing every type of stuff. So like they knew like, oh, he the cool,
Yeah, he cool kid.
Yeah, so like
Don't
they
worry.
accepted me. So I was always hanging out with the seniors, like the seniors that never went to class, everything. Like we be sitting down the hallway, like we see the principal call me, we run,
running. That
all,
fast life.
all that stuff, right?
Fun life.
So my dad came, cause my dad, my first year of middle school, my dad was in the U.S., so he came back. Right, my mom was like, okay, my son is a good boy, he's doing his stuff, whatever. My dad came back, parents, teachers, this. And in Nigeria, you go to each one of the teachers. They say, like you sit down like this, they sitting there, they have a conversation with your son. All the teachers are like, he doesn't write notes, he doesn't do anything, blah blah blah. But he's a smart boy, he doesn't just want to do the work.
That's but he was a smart boy, but don't.
Yeah, he's a smart boy. Yo, I'm telling you, every teacher said that. They were like, you don't like my art teacher was like, I never seen him in my class.
I never seen him in my class.
Finished. I'm sure he does. Like, okay.
Bro, tell me why. Tell me why. Right? Tell me why.
My son? My son? I sent to school.
You'll see that TikTok. Like, okay. Watch, you be okay?
Like, so, and look, and I made the matter worse, right? So one of the seniors came to me, like, he was looking for his bag. My dad my dad doesn't know the school or anything, right? I left my dad. He was already mad. We would go for the next thing. I left my dad to go find the senior's bag.
Oh my goodness.
I left him alone in the hallway. I came back, bro. The first thing he slapped me.
You can't forget that slap. My mom
slapped me for every
bro. That's
like,
like,
the worst thing ever.
like he was just full of it. Then when he got when he got home, like they even like when we got home, right? They were just talking to me like, yo, whatever, this. I know our mom's emotional, like, bro, is my song gonna be, like, is my song gonna be a deadbeat, whatever, like, you know, she was just crying, like, bro, like, what have I done wrong, whatever, like, bro, after that day, bro, I'm telling you, I had scheduled beating. Yo, like, for like 2 weeks, bro, beatings were scheduled, bro.
wow. Scheduled?
Like, even though
oh my god.
Like, bro, that night, that
so
first
early in
night,
the morning you wake up.
They did it at night, bro. They did. It was that night. The first night I got a beating of my life. A beating. I'm not even gonna tell you all the process of it. Like some of y'all are gonna be like, "That's wild." But yeah, I got a beating of my life, and it was a weekend, right? So normally after the PTA, we always have midterm break, so you don't have time to catch up on the notes. I had to catch up on the notes, right? Like, I had to go to one of my friends' house, get notes. When everybody was enjoying themselves in the PTA, imagine writing the whole notes from first, bro. My hand, pen finished, like the whole volume was done. I had to trash that and everything, bro. And still, like 7 at night, and you know, Nigeria, there's no light. Everything just made it worse. No light. Imagine, like, bro, like, first off, they give me a punishment, right? My legs already tired.
So
like,
what punishment was
like
it?
this,
that
this,
was worse.
on the wall. Like I was holding. They gave me something to hold.
They
Like,
put books like right here.
bro. Like then after that, turn to the back of the wall. No, get the beating, bro. Like I got to school. I got back to school. Teachers noticed I changed.
Hallelujah.
Teachers noticed my friends came like, bro, he's writing notes. He keeps doing this. Like I started asking people like from notes. Like even the girls, they would try to help me with my notes. But I couldn't sit down on a chair in school.
I'm sure you couldn't even talk.
I couldn't.
First day coming back, I'm sure you.
Bro, I couldn't sit like and bro. Some of those teachers are bullies, bro. I swear. Some of those teachers are bullies, bro. They came to the class, they already knew I got the beating of my life. They were laughing at me, bro. I just like the laughter was just kind of started crying, bro. Like in class, like bro, this is embarrassing, like. Bro, I thank God I was embarrassed back then, not now.
Right.
Like, bro.
Right,
I was sitting on the floor in class. I was gonna sit on the chair, bro.
Right.
I put books on the floor, literally to sit down on. Like people were helping me write those and everything, bro. It was crazy. Like this, why to this day, I thank God I had that experience.
Yeah.
Cause I don't know, like. What, like, bro, I would have been wild.
Same.
Like, if they didn't, this.
That's facts. Like,
It just shows the importance of like consequences.
Yeah.
Just knowing that there are actually consequences for your actions. For the
Simple.
bad things you do,
Right.
you have to know that you can't just.
Since that day, it's like, I mean, I just not fear my parents, but like, yo, like, life is real, bro.
Yeah.
Like, life is real. What was yours?
Mine. I got so many beans, bro. I ain't even gonna go into detail because we all have it, bro. But there's one thing my dad did that's why to this day, like, I respect that man, right? And this was like when I was in middle school. I went to Deer Park, right? Went to Deer Park. Deer Park was crazy at the time. Like, kids was wild. And me, I was a cool kid. I was in trouble. But like it's like you can be in a certain type of environment. You can easily get influenced. Like, you know that you're not supposed to be in the type of environment. That was their part. So my dad, every like 2 weeks, I'll go bald. right? It's funny. It's funny now, but like the same way y'all don't understand. But the same way y'all laughing, the same way I was laughing then. But like inside, I'm like, why? You know what I'm saying? That shit hurt bad. You feel me? So bad because y'all know how it is when you're bored.
Yeah.
Like.
Even in Nigeria, the kids that were bald, I should smack their head.
You feel me? I'm not talking like low. I'm talking like forehead, skin, bro, with glasses.
I can see.
You feel me?
Like, oh,
With glasses.
Mirror,
like
skittles.
I'm telling you, with glasses. So
I
like,
don't
and I used to be like, Dad, like, why you always cutting my hair? He's like, just like this, cut my hair, right? I won't do nothing wrong. He's just like, I'm just cutting your hair. Like, he explained to me, like, as a father, like, look, I'm cutting your hair, da-da-da. He never explained to me. So I'm like, I bet. So there was a day, I was like, you know what, I had enough, bro. These people keep smacking my head. They talking about my head. Bro, it's bad. Like, I'm knowing the school for having a bald head. So I'm like, okay, bet. I'm not going to school today. So my uncle who used to stay with me, right, something happened in the house. My younger brothers, like, I think they spilled stew or they spilled rice. They was playing spilled rice and spilled stew. And he was like, and they came to me. I happened to be in the environment when it happened. So he came to me and be like, so you were the ringleader. You were the one who did all this. You was here and you couldn't do nothing. I will tell your father. Okay, bet. My dad came back home. I already knew that this man, he might just, flug me. He's like, I had this stew. To this day, that stew, I don't even know what it is. And when I see that stew, it just brings me straight flashback. He brought this silver stew. And he's like, sit on it. Right? He put me there. He made my little brother cut my hair. For something I didn't do. And my little brother was there laughing. I'm like, what did I do? You feel me? I'm gonna explain why this helped me later on in life though. So he made my little brother cut my hair bald. And my brother knew damn well he was the reason why this shit happened. He's not gonna speak though. He ain't gonna speak. So I'm cutting my hair. I'm like, God. How would I go to school like this? I'm in my 8th grade, so I'm kind of mature a little bit, It's not like 6th or 7th grade. 8th grade, everybody's big boy, big foreman. So I'm like, bro, I'm not going to school with this haircut, bro. I'm not. So the next day, I cried for a little bit. I walked my tears, like, I know what I'm going to do. I went to my room. The next day, I'm like, you know what? I'm not going to school today. And like the fact that I took that courage, I know that the outcome was going to be the worst decision. Because I didn't go to school. My mom is so emotional. I'm like, Justin, what are you doing? Justin, do you not know your father? Justin, go to school. My dad want to work. So I didn't go to school. My dad later on heard that his son was not in school. He came back home, he didn't say a word to me. Right? Came back, I was like, Dad, welcome home. He didn't say a single word. When you know your father don't say a word to you, that night's gonna be very bad for you. He didn't say a word to me. Okay, maybe he had a bad day, Maybe he had a bad day. So I went back to my room, I was chilling. He came in my room. He was like, Justin, why did you not go to school today? His hand was free, but he had this long cane in his back of his shirt. In his back. I'm like, maybe he about to slap me. I'm ready. I'm a big dog. I'm ready. I'm like, today I made my choice. He came with this long cane. When I say this cane was like, I don't even know weight. It's not a stick. It's a cane. A cane. He brought it out. He said, Justin, you didn't go to school today, right? Clap for yourself. I started clapping. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm clapping. You know me. I'm clapping. You gotta clap for yourself. You oh, this man just like this. Bro, when I tell you I was scared for my life, bro, I had my glasses on. I took it off because it was going to break. So I took off my glasses like, Dad, please. It's not what you think. I'm like, Dad, how you want me to go to school bald? He flugged me that day mercilessly. I will never forget that day. He flugged me. And then he's like, next time, take school more serious. And ever since that day, like, even though he made my little brother cut my hair, he made me know that I had to be responsible for my environment. That made me have more control of who I am and know who I am. Like the fact that he cut my hair bald, I go to school, I have confidence because I know myself. Right? He made me understand that it's not about your parents, it's more about who you are. So as I started growing, I started to be like, I know myself. Like I can walk in an environment and be like, I know what I have to bring to the table. I know what I have to offer. Just because of the fact he cut my hair bald, that makes sense. Right. Feel me? And he's seen that kids at that age who have like crazy hair, like wild hair, they misbehave. So he didn't want me to be like that. So that was like the only reason why, like, to this day I really appreciate that man, because he showed me, like, my son, like, this is how I expect you to carry yourself in public.
Yeah, let me round it off on this, because we had more questions, but we can't get to it because of the time and everything. But yeah, one thing I would say, I forgot to mention this, right? Doing the notes, right? He gave me a time limit to finish all the notes. I think it was 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
All the notes, bro. Like, I still had notes to write from school. Like, when I was in school, so I still had to pick up. Like, bro, I didn't have time and everything. Like, I tried my best and everything. And also, one of the reasons I did that, because the notes, right? GS1, GS2, GS3, and GS3, you take a big exam. Excuse me. You're going to need them notes from GS1 and GS2. And if you don't have that, you're going to fail the exam. So, like, he knew I had to pick up that notes. And it was this place upstairs of the house, right? They were building that place. Like, birds lived there, everything. Like, they were. He said, if you don't finish at this time, then you moving up there. You're not gonna stay in this house.
Yeah, to let you know there's a time and place.
Yeah.
To let you know there's consequences.
See,
for your actions.
time. He said if you don't finish this notes at this time, bro, I'm telling you, one day I wasn't even close to finishing. I don't know how I finished that notes, bro.
Nah, God just saved you, bro.
I was just, bro, I don't think I even slept, bro. After that, bro, I started reading my books to 5 a.m. You see me up, bro.
No light though?
Huh?
No light?
No, I'm talking of course you're gonna find a flashlight, whatever.
Oh,
I started reading my books, so people started seeing me, this thing, I'm really changing, bro.
At least you guys got beatings. Me, as Ghanaian, as a lady, they will not beat you. They have punishment. If you see any Ghana girl, ask them about ginger. We Ghana girls hate gingers a lot. They're not gonna beat you. My mom will not beat you.
What is ginger?
They're gonna blend the ginger. They're gonna put it in you. Then that's like.
That's one. My dad. But I ain't gonna say it here.
Nah.
I ain't gonna say it here. Those that close to me know, but I ain't even gonna say what my dad president did for my actions. That's a whole different story for no other topic.
Like if you see any Ghana girl, ask them about ginger. As soon as you talk about ginger, they're going, cause. Yes!
Wait, what's happening?
Nah, they'll put it in you, close your legs.
Well, that's crazy though.
So, I was.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's real. But, it helps. It really helps.
We are ending off that.
Nah, it really helps.
This was a great benefit.
As a lady, it's a benefit because,
That's health benefits.
Yeah, health. Up to now, even Ghanaian moms, they still do it to themselves.
But it hurts though.
It hurts.
Okay.
Yeah, but it helps you as a lady because ladies, we have a lot of holes and stuff in us, so it helps you kill anything. But it really helps.
So the moral of the story is, though at first it was it's punishment.
Yeah, punishment. But now that I'm used to it, I know it's really helped. Like my mom right now, sometimes she would just grind ginger. And then, so when I see her,
punishment though.
It's punishment.
Oh, but it helps you.
Because at first I didn't know it was gonna help me, and now I know it's really, but that thing hurts. It's like you getting pepper in your eyes. You know that feelings. Oh my god.
Yeah,
you don't want to.
The worst one I heard before, I know this happened to somebody that I know. Imagine, right? You get cut from the beating, the beating you get,
they put
pepper cut blood coming out, right? And they put pepper. On the.
Yeah. That happens. Or they put pepper on the cane, something like that.
Yeah. Or they put salt.
Yeah.
Salt is worse.
Yeah. That'd be
but yeah, man. That ginger is that. I'm scarred. But yeah, we ending off that, man. Appreciate y'all for this episode. Thank y'all for calling. Y'all got to know us better and why the way we are now. Just discipline. Can't even risk anything, bro. Because if you risk, seeing that shame, that face on your parents' face,
that
that's
disappointment.
worse than other people talking about it.
It's worse, yeah.
It's worse, that disappointment face. But yeah, appreciate y'all for coming, man. Don't forget to subscribe, tune in. But yeah, peace.
In the lane, in the lane, in the lane, in the lane,